Hello there friends, Ian here. This week we are going to be talking about essential tools you can and probably should be using as a writer. This is a topic many new and sometimes experienced writers need advice on, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Unfortunately, there are no tools that can magically write your book for you in exactly the way you would write it. Which is unfortunate because who wouldn't want to pump out a new story every few weeks? There are, however, tools and apps that can make the entire writing process a whole lot easier. With that being said, let's get into it. The first tool is what I primarily use for writing and editing and keeping all my world building and stuff together, and this is also the tool that many other authors and writers use. And this would be Scrivener, which is my all-time favorite writing app I've ever used. This app is available on Windows, Mac, and iOS, and has a price tag of around $50. The one downside to this app is that it might take a day or so to get used to the program, but after you get past that beginning learning curve, you could have anything you want. Scrivener allows you to organize everything that you want, how you want, and there are so many tools that they have to help you along. Scrivener is basically the premier pro of the writing world. Some of the features Scrivener has is a corkboard view where you can view each section of your story on virtual index cards on a virtual corkboard. On this corkboard, you can move everything around to restructure and change where things are located. The outliner is just like the corkboard view. However, there is more information available at your fingertips with this. And you can also change what information there is that you can see. Composition mode is what you can use if you want to just focus on just your writing and nothing else. It full screens the application and only shows you what you're working on. You can even change the backgrounds to suit what you want to feel when you're writing. There's snapshots in which you can save snapshots of your draft, so when you go to a different draft, you can revert back to previous drafts and afterwards drafts, so you can see how you've changed and all that, and still keep your information safe from being deleted. One of my favorite features is to be able to separate your screen into two different pages of the document. On one side you can have your writing and the other side you can have your outline, which is typically how I like to work. There are many more features I enjoy with Scrivener. These are just the tip of the iceberg of where you can go with it. Now, of course, there are alternatives to this if you prefer something else. Your alternatives include YWriter, Noveler, Campfire, and of course, Microsoft Word and Google Docs. However, out of all of these, I can safely say Scrivener is my favorite. And if I had to choose one, even out of the rest of the tools I have on this list, Scrivener would be the one I choose. I've probably talked more than I should have about this one, so let's move on to the next on the list. The next tool on my list is ProWritingAid, and this is primarily used to help me with editing. ProWritingAid has a desktop app through Windows and Mac, and is also available through your web browser. It also has a Safari, Firefox, Edge, and Chrome extension that gives you web-based compatibility with websites and other things you use online. Another bonus to this is that they have direct integration with Word, Docs, Scrivener, and a few other apps so that you can work on editing right in that application. And that is one of the reasons why I chose ProWritingAid, since it integrates with my writing application. Now, there are other grammar and editing apps that you can find out there, but I find this one to be the best for a few reasons. This app helps improve clarity and grammar and style in your writing with its suggestions that it gives you as you write. If you pay for the premium version of ProWritingAid, you can have 20 plus different reports to help you find where you're lacking and how you can improve your writing. There are reports reports on grammar, writing style, overused words, and many more of these different reports. There are different options you can use to purchase this application. There is a free version, but it does not include nearly as much as the paid version does. ProWritingAid is cheaper than Grammarly is. It also offers a lifetime license that costs around $300 to $400 if you're interested in that. It can get expensive, but I do think ProWritingAid is worth it. The next thing ProWritingAid does is it allows you to create your own style guidelines so that the application follows what style you write in, and it can give you suggestions based on that. There's also rephrasing tools that can help you find different ways to phrase sentences and more. It even lets you choose what kind of style you're going for. Should you be writing creatively? Should you be writing a newspaper article? It has different settings for that, so you can tailor this to your needs. There are a whole lot more features you can find with this, and of course, just like Scrivener, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to ProWritingAid. Your main alternatives for ProWritingAid is Grammarly and the Hemingway editor. The next tool you can use is Notion. Now, Notion is used to keep track of things I don't keep track of in my Scrivener project. Notion is available through Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. It is also available through your browser, should you not have any of those. It's also completely free for one person to use. Now, some people actually write in Notion. However, that's not what I use it for. In Notion, I use it to keep track of my projects and their basic information. I also keep track of what I'm currently writing, what my goals are for the year. I even have an embed for Google Sheets, which is where I keep track of my word count. You can do a lot of it to make sure you don't lose anything. There are different databases that allow you to view your projects and different information you want to see in different views. It also allows you to keep projects, ideas, and the quick notes you need to take all in one easy to access place. Notion is also something you can use to keep track of things other than your writing. It can help organize your life and your reading and other stuff like that. Now, I could keep all this in Scrivener, however, having to switch between different Scrivener projects to be able to keep track of these might be a little time consuming, and I found to be time consuming, which is why I use Notion to keep track of everything. Notion also has alternatives like Obsidian, SimpleNote, and Evernote. SimpleNote is something you can use for quick notes if you need to use that instead. Evernote and Obsidian are more like Notion in the fact that you can keep track of a whole lot more and you have different ways to keep track of it, and it's not just notes like you find in your regular notes app. The next app is Google Docs. Now, I do not write in this. I write in Scrivener, but I do use Google Docs to share my writing. Google Docs is available on every platform available on the market. It's very simple and easy sharing for anyone with a Google account. I don't tend to share my writing with a lot of people anymore, but when I do, this is what I use. When you share it, the viewers even have a chance to leave comments and suggestions right in that same document, so you don't have to switch back and forth between different documents for that. You can even have yourself and someone else writing in the document at the same time. This is why Google Docs is great for beta reading and collaborations with other people. You can use Microsoft Word or other alternatives like that, but I think Google Docs is the best out of all of them. Now, before we reach the end of the video, I have an honorable mention, and that is any music or ambience app you like Spotify, YouTube, and there are other different websites you can use for ambience to get you in the writing mood. Or if you like listening to music while you're writing or working, there you go. I think any one of them you like is a good place to go. I don't have an exact recommendation for what to use, as there are so many of them, I cannot really narrow it down. And that's it. Those are some tools and apps for writing you can use to help you through your writing process. Comment down below if you use any of these, or even if you hate any of these. Comment below why you might hate this or love something as much as I do. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, as I post videos like this every Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. As always, never stop writing. Bye!